checked out the video previous to this, that was a video basically telling you guys all about my first solo travel experience. If you haven't checked that out, go ahead and check it out. It's the video that's in the description box below. But if you have and you're coming from that video, hello, welcome back. Part 2. Channel name is Ashley Joyce. If you're new, welcome. In this video, as I mentioned in my last one, I'm going to be telling you guys the pros, cons, tips. It's everything about solo travel. So here's the first thing. My solo travel experience, I just told you guys on the previous video. I told you guys where I went to. If you don't know, go ahead and check it out. I told you guys why. I did it because I wanted to face my fear of heights. I wanted to meet with friends. I wanted to have some me time. I wanted to be able to network. And I also wanted to be somewhere with greenery. Just somewhere to kind of allow me to just relax and have that time for myself. Just something that I would have an amazing experience where I'm talking in circles right now, but you know, just really enjoying myself. Now, here's the lessons that I learned, and here's why I would say that solo travel for me was an amazing thing. The first thing is I felt so liberated, you guys. I felt so strong. I am a very fearful person. I've been through a lot in my childhood, and you know, I've always been like an adult since I was young. I literally took care of people since I was a kid myself. And I only know how to take care of other people. It's very hard. I'm admitting this as well. It's very hard for me to just take care of myself. It's very hard for me to focus on myself. And it's very hard for me to take time out for myself because I always feel like it's something else I can be doing, somebody else I can be helping, you know, things like that. So this solo trip gave me the opportunity to truly take out some time for Ashley. For me, you know, do some things that I wanted to do. Get up when I felt like it. Go to sleep when I feel like it. Just really enjoy a vacation on my own. And if you're looking to solo travel, this will give you the chance to do that. You don't have to worry about your friends saying, hey girl, hey, what up dude? Like, time to get up. Like, none of that. You can be like, you know what? It's 12 o'clock. I'm still sleepy. I'm going to sleep until 3 p.m. And guess who's going to say something? Nobody. But I did stay in an Airbnb that was shared with a married couple. But I wanted to find somewhere where I could find a shared experience, because if I wanted to know where to go, even though I'm in the city by myself, I can always ask the host. You know, I stayed in a shared Airbnb before, so I knew my experience has always been positive. Now, if you're nervous about that, don't do that. Get your Airbnb or your hotel room, whatever it is, to yourself. All right, so yeah, so the first thing is I had time to myself. So if you're looking to solo travel, this will really give you the opportunity to have some time alone. The next thing is with solo travel is it allows you to open up your eyes to new experience. So for me, my new experience was going to the 29th floor, something I would never do on my own. But I had some motivation, and I am so grateful for that. And I did it. And I not only had that experience, but I was able to meet some amazing people, as I said in my last video. It actually, that event is weird because, you know, it really opened my eyes up to some things that I was not really anticipating. And I just felt like it made me realize that I need to be very careful on what I'm saying to myself. Like, I can't, you know, I kept saying I can't a lot of the times, especially with the height situation, but it made me realize like I can do anything. I can really do anything. I can do this, I can do that if I put my heart and my mind to it. And that trip that's by myself, it forced me to be out of my comfort zone, and it forced me to do things that I thought that I could not do, because I only had myself, for the most part, and God to rely on. At the end of the day, if it all went bad, it was going to be just me. If I met these people that I'm known for social media and they turned out to be crazy, or they was like, no, I'm not really trying to hang out with you, I had to learn in those moments that it was just me. And that's the thing. It was always just me in this life, you know. And yes, people come along in our journey and they help us and they motivate us and they push us. But when it's all said and done, you hold a special key and power within your life that if you don't choose to pick up the key and open the door, you allow the door to be closed in your life. And this trip showed me that I can open doors. And then I started to think to myself, what if I got back into acting, which I'm trying to do, and an opportunity came up where I had to go to New York and no one can come with me. I had to go by myself. This showed me that I can do it. So if something comes up, I can do it. Even if I'm scared, I can do it afraid. So this trip gave me so much motivation, and it gave me an outlet to look at life a lot differently. That event showed me that everybody isn't always going to be people that are haters, or, you know, somebody who's going to look down on you or trying to make you feel less than. Everybody I met was so inspiring and amazing and had such great personalities. I felt like I fit right in. So that's another thing. Faith. My faith, I was able to talk to God every day and really grow my faith on this trip as well. Now, I'm not a perfect person, and I would never say that I am. I'm not at all. But I try my best to, you know, follow God's lead in almost everything that I do. Not almost, but in everything that I do. Sometimes I miss them, but for the most part, I try. And this trip gave me the opportunity to really do that, you know, really become one with my intuition and really truly develop the skills that I needed to trust God in situations where it was just me, you know. It was moments of anxiety that tried to creep up on me in my prayer life. In that moment, I had to pray and ask God to help me and guide me. I couldn't be like, hey, friend, give me a hug. Nobody was right there. I couldn't call people. I mean, I could, but it still was a different level of comfort. But I felt God's presence in that space. And it gave me a moment of gratitude, but as well as just a moment of realizing where my faith was at and where I could have it grow and things I can invest into it to make it better. Some of you guys are wondering, like, Ashley, you said tips and pros and cons of solo travel. How does this relate to that? Like, you're talking about a whole bunch of stuff that just sounds like a whole bunch of stuff. How does it relate? Well, one, it all relates. This trip, for the ones who want to solo travel, do it. These are the things that I've become aware of. You know, like I said, my faith, my strength, my courage. You know, that everybody in the world isn't all out to be mean and get you, right? Like, it opened my eyes up to a empathy to people. Allowing myself to be vulnerable, as well as allowing myself to gain clarity within my life. And that was one of the main things that I really wanted to do, was to gain clarity in my life. And I did. I hate getting emotional. I moved across the country to Arizona almost 5 years ago, and I didn't think that my life would change so much, you know, or I dealt with so much anxiety in my life that it stopped me from a lot of things. So to move across the country was such a big deal, but to travel and have this fear that's been holding me back for so many years, it really made me feel like I can do anything. And I hate crying, y'all, so I'm like trying to, I'm a G. To be able to travel across the country with such a fear that stopped me. Here we go again. Boy, stop cracking shit. Excuse my language. To be able to, I'm trying not to be emotional, y'all. Oh, my leg is asleep too. Dude, what the, yo, let me man up for real, because I can't be emotional up in here. Like, I'm telling y'all, I'm a straight G. I'm not. I'm really, oh, my feet feel warm because okay. For me to travel across the country and have dealt with anxiety for so many years, and this is my biggest fear. Like, y'all don't understand. My biggest fear is to get on a plane. Like, my biggest fear is to go to the 4th floor. I would get a panic attack from being on the 4th floor. And to do this in the level of fear that I had, it showed me that not only is God real, but it also showed me that my strength that I have in myself is greater than what I realized. And it also showed me that I have so much purpose. And I think sometimes because I've given myself so much to so many people and spread myself thin, that I didn't realize that I was feeling so weak because I was spreading myself thin across the board, and I didn't allow myself to use my own strength for me. So this gave me the opportunity to do that, and I did it. And I'm proud of myself, you know? And now I feel stronger than ever, more confident than ever. And I feel like I'm almost 30 in 6 months, and I want to travel more. I want to go other places. I want to go back to Florida. I want to just try new things. And even when I was having anxiety when I was like at the restaurant, because you guys know that's a weird phobia that I have, but I'm overcoming it. EMDR. I'm gonna do a review on that soon too. But I stood up the whole time because that's what makes me comfortable, but I felt like I wasn't ashamed. So for everybody who's been following me this far, thank you so much. You guys, I love you guys so much. And you guys see my journey. You guys know how much I talk about anxiety, how much it held me back, how I had the worst panic attack of my life in 2018. And just to be where I am now, I'm so grateful, and I hope you guys see this journey, because I want you to understand that you can do anything that you put your mind to. You do not have to allow fear to stop you, and that's the whole reason why I did this. You don't have to allow fear to stop you from anything that you want out of your life if you don't want it to. And guess what? Even if you're scared, do it anyway. Will Smith said, and I quote, "God places the best things on the other side of fear." So if this is fear right here, this is fear. This is fear. This is you. Excuse my you. You can be a girl, you can be a boy, whatever. This is the best things over here. The best things in life. The best things. If you do not choose to go through that fear and get over that, you miss out on all the blessings that God has for you. And for so many years, I lived right here. But when I took that plane, I can't really draw a plane, but we're just going to imagine this is a plane. That's a plane. If you don't believe me, just ask the dots for the plane. When I took that plane, I chose to go through the fear. And even though I had the fear, I got the best things out of life over here. And what that was for me was strength. I can't spell right now. Clarity. Wisdom. Friendships. Just etc. So many things. I know that this video is all over the place, and maybe it doesn't even make sense. Maybe it doesn't, but I'm gonna post it anyway because my brain doesn't work like most people's brain. It doesn't just have organized thoughts. No, that's not how it actually functions. So you know what? That's not what we're gonna post. But on the next video, I will tell you guys how I solo traveled. What did I do? How did I save up for it? This is a series, so you guys, I am going to be wearing the same outfit, same makeup, all of that jazz. Because you know why? Don't matter. I don't feel like getting redressed. Maybe I'll change my outfit. I don't know. Maybe the next video I'll change it. But for this one, that's just telling you guys the pros of solo travel. Now, the cons of solo travel for me was probably can't take selfies. Pictures. It was really hard for me to take pictures. So on my outfits, I had to do selfies. That was probably the only con that I had. Actually, that was the only con that I had. It was. But all the other pros outweigh the cons. Can't take a selfie, get a selfie stick, you know. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Do not forget to subscribe to my channel. I appreciate you guys so much for watching and just supporting me. And the next video, part 3, is going to be the pros and cons, which I'm going to show you guys on this amazing board that I got from Star. If you watch this video, thank you, Star, for my Christmas gift, because if you guys don't know, I love organizational things. because I'm very much of a neat freak and I'm a nerd and all that stuff, and that's okay. So anyway, if you want to watch more about the pros and the cons of solo travel, how I did it, how I saved up for it, all that jazz, stay tuned for part 3 of this amazing series to help you change your life and to do things afraid, because this is a challenge, you guys. So next month we have something else that we have to add to our list. So stay tuned for part 3. All right, I'll see you over there.